friends, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie, and let's get started. For DIY number one, I'm going to take one of these US maps. They are the Color Your Own Decor from the Dollar Tree, and they're made out of wood. And I'm going to go in with some satin Mod Podge and saturate this whole front. And now I'm placing one of these bandanas from the Dollar Tree, and it's a real thin bandana, and you can choose whatever bandana you like, or you can even do a scarf. And so now I'm going to saturate the top of that, and once it's completely dry, you can still see the outline of the states, which is pretty cool. And now I'm going to take my little finger utility knife, and I'm going to very carefully cut away the excess fabric from the wood piece. And so if you place enough Mod Podge on it, it'll be a very clean cut. But right here, I'm going to show you what happens if you cut it and then there's not enough Mod Podge. Look at this. If there's not enough Mod Podge on your fabric, it cuts it very messy, very frayed, very messy. But if you have Mod Podge, it's very clean cut. And look how nice it looks like this. Cute. So now I'm taking one of these little easels from Dollar General, and I don't remember if it was $1 or $1.50, but either way, it was a really good deal. And I'm just going to paint it with some apple barrel paint in the color white. And I'm taking some of these little magnets from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to take 2, and I'm going to hot glue a magnet to the middle portion, the top middle portion of the easel. And I'm going to figure out where I need to place it on my wood piece, my map. And so I just put a dab in that spot, and now I can use this easel for other decor other than just this. And here it is, all done. Super cute. What do you guys think? In this video, I'll be participating in a minis challenge, and it is hosted by Corie over at Crafted by Corie. And this month, the theme is summer. So we are to create 3 or more mini DIYs or crafts in the theme of summer. And as in with most challenges, there'll be a playlist associated with this challenge, and it'll be in my description box below. And I'll also add it to my comments. I'll pin it there just in case the links don't work. Okay, so let's get on with it. For DIY number 2, I'm taking one of these Crafter Square star wooden ornaments, and it's one of those chunky stars, pretty thick wood. And so I'm going to go in with some of the Mod Podge, the satin one, and some of this fat quarter fabric from Walmart. I thought the print was really cute. It's kind of like pie in the shape of flags. And so I'm going to do the same thing as the first DIY. I'm going to saturate it with some of this Mod Podge until I get a really good coat. And now I'm going to take a small corner from this fabric, and I'm just going to place it on top and press it down, smooth it out. And I'm going to saturate the top portion with some more of the Mod Podge. And I'll just really soak it up well. That way it has a really good coverage on it. And when it's time to cut it with my finger utility knife, it'll cut clean like my first project. And I'll set it aside for it to dry. And once it's dry, and look at this, it's nice and stiff, I'm going to go in with my utility knife again, my little finger utility knife, and I'm going to just cut. And it cuts so well because there was plenty of Mod Podge. And I'll continue to cut this fabric until I get it all clean like this. Nice clean edges. And now I'm taking some of these wood cutouts from the Dollar Tree from Crafter Square. And in this pack you get stars, I think flowers and hearts. But I'm just going to use the stars. And so now I'm going to take some of this deco tape. And it's the real thin tape. And I'm just going to place it to form stripes. And I'll do that to both of these like this. And now I'm going to go in with some apple barrel paint in the colors flag red and white. And I'll paint them all up. And I'll just get them to look like this. And now I'm taking one of them and I'm going to hot glue it to the back of my chunky star. And in today's projects, I will be leaving a lot of the wood showing, a lot of the natural wood showing. It's kind of like an element that I would like these projects to have today. So now I'm taking one of these headbands from the Dollar Tree, and look at this. It has lots of ribbon and some of those deco tubes. I don't know what they're called. Deco mesh tubes maybe. And I'm just going to pull the whole thing off because it's just glued on there. And I'm also pulling off the stars. I'm going to use everything except for the headband. So now I'm going to take this little Hot Wheels truck. It's a very vintage looking truck. And I'm just going to add a dab of glue, well actually a nice glob of glue. And I'm going to add one of these little stars with the little spring on it. And on the second star, I'm going to remove the spring. And I just used my pliers for that. And once I remove the star, I'm going to add some glue to the back. And I'm going to just attach this to the top of the truck like this. So the two stars are just on there. And look how cute. This is just a little bonus DIY. Just why not? I had the stars, so why not? And now going back to my chunky star, I'm just going to add a nice big glob of glue to the bottom side. And I'm just going to simply attach this whole setup, this whole gathering of ribbon and the tubing. And I'm just going to add it on there until it's nice and dry. And I'm going to reinforce it with a little bit more glue just to make sure it doesn't fall off. And that is it. I am done. Super cute. What do you guys think? For DIY number 3 and my last DIY of the day, I am taking some of these beads from the Dollar Tree and Amazon, and I'm going to string it on some of this jute twine from Walmart. So the colorful beads are from the Dollar Tree and the natural beads are from Amazon. And like I mentioned, the jute twine is from Walmart. So I'll string them on like this, and now I'm taking one of these little wooden tags from Dollar General, and I'm just going to simply tie a double knot. Make sure it's nice and secure, nice and tight. And once I get that nice and tight and secure, then I'll take the end of that jute twine and I'll thread it back through 2 of the beads just to reinforce it. That way it won't come out, you won't see the end, and it would look like a better quality beaded garland. And now I'm just going to pull the beads back down and snip off the excess. And now I'll create a tassel, and I'll open my fingers pretty wide. That way it'll create a longer tassel. And I think I go around a good 15 times or so until I get it to the thickness that I'd like. And being that this is a better quality twine, it doesn't take a lot. It just takes a good number, a good 15 times or so. Okay, so now I'm going to secure it with another knot on the end of the garland. And I'll do a double knot so it's nice and secure, and I'll take another piece and I'll wrap around the top just to create that tassel, and I'll double knot that as well, snip off the excess, and now I'll take that end and thread that through at least 1 or 2 of the beads. I know I do the first one. I don't remember if I did the second one. I did add a little dab of glue just to make it easier to thread it. And so here I'm just threading it back through just so you won't be able to find the end. Just like this. And now all I have to do is cut open the tassel and give it a little trim. And that is it for the tassel portion. Now to help embellish the tag, I'm going to leave it natural because like I mentioned earlier, I want to have a natural look to these DIYs. And I'm taking this set of window clings. I'm just taking the tiny little stars and placing them on there. And I'll go in with some Mod Podge to adhere them, because you definitely don't want to use hot glue. This is plastic. So a little bit of Mod Podge, and then just stick them down like this, and then add some more Mod Podge on top of all of it. And then that way they'll stay on there, they won't come off, and they'll be nice and secure. So you let that dry, and then we'll do work on the other side. Then the other side, I'm just going to simply take the second star that I had painted red and white, and I'm just going to simply hot glue it on top. And that's it. I have a double-sided garland. What do you guys think? Well, I'd like to take a moment to thank Corie over at Crafted by Corie for hosting this monthly challenge, this minis challenge, and being the theme of summer. I enjoyed it. I had fun, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to go to my description box below and follow the playlist and watch what the other participants have decided to create for this minis challenge. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And until my next video, stay healthy, safe, and strong, and have a great day. Bye-bye.